Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Caledonian Club in Belgravia in London. We're here today for the first head-to-head press conference between two gentlemen taking part in the main event for November the 5th for Frank Warren promotion at Wembley Arena. The guys, they don't really need much introduction. We've tagged the show Gladiators, and I think it's fair to say that both of these guys deserve that tagline. On my right, we've got Ricky Burns, the former undefeated WBO super featherweight champion of the world. Ricky's stepping up a weight. He's challenging a guy that's quite known over here in these shores for a bit of brick bashing. He's on his resume, you could say that he's already got Kevin Mitchell and Graham Earl on there, and he's looking to try and add Ricky Burns as another scalp. Ricky himself, it's a chance to become a two-weight world champion. One of the only Scottish boxers to do that, and we firmly believe at our promotional company that he can do that. The night, November the 5th, that's when we're going live with this, that's when it is. Bonfire night, and I think we can all safely say that we can expect some real fireworks on the night. Also on the night we've got George Groves challenging Paul Smith in the defence of his British and Commonwealth super middleweight titles. This is all going to be live and exclusively shown on Channel Sky 456, which is Box Nation, the new home of UK boxing. Also on the card we've got Derek Chisora in a chance to kind of get over that tough fight that he had with Tyson Fury against Larry Oliwamibayo. If I've got that wrong, Larry, I'm really sorry. It's quite a tough name to say. And also Billy Joe Saunders in his quest for his first title in the Southern Area middleweight challenge against Gary Bolden. What I'll do now is I'll pass it over to the guys. If Michael could say a few quick words and then pass it over to Ricky, he'd say a quick few words about the night and how training's going, and then we'll open it up for some questions.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, well, thanks very much for having us here. It's great to be back in England again fighting. I've had a great preparation and I'm ready to do the business now, so there's not much else to say. Two great fighters looking at putting together a great fight, and one of us will soon be the full outright world champion, so I'm looking forward to that being me. Nothing much else to say, done the work.
All the hard work's done, just over a week to go. Just again, all the weeks of training and that, it's just been leading up to obviously next Saturday, so I just can't wait to get in there. It's going to be a hard fight, but I'm sure both of us are right up for us, so it's going to be a good one.
I think it's fair to say, guys, that we're actually in for a real treat here. We know, we've seen proven from Ricky, the way he fights, he's a fan-friendly fighter. That fight against Roman Martinez, it was, you know, in an opinion of quite a few people, fight of the year for 2010. It was a cracking fight, and we know that we're in for the same here again. Michael comes forward, he's a come-forward fighter, and I think, again, Box Nation viewers, they're in the opportunity to see a real war. I think the entire card's one of the best cards I've seen this year. I personally feel this fight could be up there with the Murray Mitchells that we've had, and to have it over for the WBO Interim Lightweight Championship as well is fantastic. It's a real opportunity for both guys. You know, obviously, us guys being in Ricky's corner, we feel that he can do this. We think this was the right time for him to step up. We've taken on the advice and what Frank and Billy have been discussing. That's how they felt it should be done. And as I've said, it's a great night of boxing. We have some tickets still available for the night. We've done nearly 8,000, which we're very happy about, but obviously Wembley holds about 10. So if you do still want your tickets, get on the website. It's www.frankwarren.tv. And if you're not there on the night, make sure you tune in on Box Nation. As I said, guys, we'll open it up now for some questions.
Michael, your last over 2010 when you fought Kevin Mitchell, if you could give us an update on your career today. I know you've had a couple of losses, came back with a victory in your last fight as well.
Bit of an update with the career since then. Well, we took on the hardest fight possible after the Mitchell fight, fought Marquez, and it was a pretty, as everyone may know, it was the fight of the year, HBO fight of the year. It was a great fight. Then after that, I went ahead and fought Guerrero, and then of course, you know, it was a hard year, and You know, those are both fights that I gained a lot of experience out of. Went back to Australia and fought against Michael Lazada at the junior welterweight division. So had a win there. Now I haven't stopped training. We just kept on training forward and hoping to peak for this fight.
You're still using Thailand as a training
That's
base?
right, same as per usual.
And that's a great benefit to you, isn't it?
Of course, yeah, nothing's changed. You know, we haven't done too much different in the training. We've still just kept everything regular. So, you know, just doing what I'm good at and keep getting better and better each time.
What's your thoughts on facing Ricky Burns now back in the UK?
Oh, very, very excited. This is the time for me to shine. You know, like I've done all the work and time for me to peak. And, you know, I've looked at his fights and, you know, when the chips are down, he digs deep. So this, you know, there's a fight's a fight. He's a fighter, so this is going to be fantastic. And but you know, the question's going to be asked to both of us during the fight. You know, do we really want to go on with it? And it's going to be a long, hard, tough fight.
You feel that can bring the best out of you?
Of course, of course.
What's your thoughts now, Ricky, facing Michael Katsidis? Before.
Obviously, he's been in the best in the division. Obviously, for a first fight up at lightweight, I couldn't have asked for a harder fight. But training has been going good, so you know, I just can't wait to get in there and go on weight now, so I can't.
What's the differences moving up in weight in terms of the way you've prepared?
Well, we've done everything really the same. It's just obviously boiling down to super featherweight. I just feel as if I was just dehydrating myself and I was taking that wee bit of strength out of me. Obviously now more comfortable making the weight. When we did officially move up to lightweight, it was just a big weight off my shoulders. So again, I've got a chance to go out there and prove that it was the right choice.
Have you had a close look at Michael's fights in the past?
Obviously, I've seen, when he has been boxing, I've obviously watched it. But since I've been fighting, since the fight was announced, I don't really like watching my opponents. Billy's been doing that, picking out different things and things we've been working on in the gym. But me personally, I don't like watching my opponents. Whatever happens is going to happen.
You expect a really tough night in there?
We've trained for a hard 12 rounds, we know it's going to be the hardest fight in my career. But I'm right up for this fight.
I think Ricky taking this fight says a lot about him as a boxer and as a person. You know, Michael, as I said, he's known over here for his toughness, his durability, the fact that he can, you know, he can blast opponents out. Ricky stepping up the weight because of weight issues, he was automatically put in the #1 spot. You know, we could have gone and tried to ease him in with a different type of fight for the title. But he wanted this fight. It was the fight that these guys were after, and I think, as I said, you know, that shows what this guy's about. And you can't really ask for much more than that with it.
How many fights did you struggle to make the weight for previously?
Do you know, some of the fights, some of the defences, even when I was Commonwealth champion, maybe one fight I would make it okay, and then the next I would struggle. But it was just seemed to be after. Then we got word we were fighting for the world title. Obviously you can't knock that back, but it just seemed to be every fight after that it was just getting harder and harder for me. And when we were in the gym, we kept saying, right, this is definitely the last time. And you know, the talk about lightweight was always on the cards, and if you get a chance to fight Michael Katsidis for the WBO interim lightweight, you've got to jump at it.
You can eat normally now where you wouldn't before? I mean, how different is it?
Well, I'm still, although I was on a strict diet for maybe 6 to 8 weeks before when I was fighting at super featherweight, and when I say strict, I mean it was like really, really strict. But now, whereas although I still diet, but I can eat more of stuff, obviously what I need to, especially as the amount of hours we're putting in the gym and the intensity of the training. I just feel so much better for it.
Ricky, how much more power do you feel you've got now that you can fight at lightweight?
Well, do you know, I know everybody, when they look at my record, they say, oh, he's not a big puncher. I do hit harder than my record suggests. My sparring partners and that, even when they come up, they think, some of them have even said they thought they've been coming up to spar with a sharp boxer. And then when they find out you can actually punch, it's a whole different story. I do believe that I'm going to be a lot stronger at lightweight. I'm not boiling down to make the weight, I'm not dehydrating myself at all. So I think this is going to be a cracking fight. I just want to get in there and go on with it.
Is there any concern, any danger of the fact that you're stepping up a weight and you're fighting against a guy who hits as hard as Mick does?
I've always said I want to fight the best in the division. Obviously, Michael's been in with the best in the division. He's proved himself. He's already been over here twice, as we've just said. Last time out, he beat Kevin Mitchell. I boxed on that show as well, so I actually got to see the fight at Fair Ringside. So just really looking forward to it now.